Today in this video, I will explain how to use switch case into the C Sharp or any programming language, and I will explain practical example of switch case, correct, in my project. So many more times interview asked you like, please explain where we can use switch case over if else condition or if condition, and it's a really important question for interview point of view as well as your technical skill in both case. So, and suppose that we have one option like suppose that and we have one condition, so we can use if else. Why we need to use switch case, it's a main question. Suppose that uh, we have hundreds floor building, correct, 100 floors building, and someone say that you please go to the floor number 98. So if I using if else condition that times, and we have to write down the code, which code check all floor 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then check 98. So that means it takes too much time to whole processing to find out 98 floor, correct. Same case if I use bias switch case, so that times in case it's directly switch on 98. It's reduce the processing time between 0 to 98. Actually, switch case are directly switch on the particular floor 98. So whenever in our case, whenever have too much floor, yeah, too much condition, so that time we have to go with switch case. And if I have one or two or three maximum conditions, so then in case we have to go with if else condition. So here I am taking one practical example in my project. So practical example with real time. So here I am using, here I have one data in a list of data. So just I am using here switch case like that. Switch, correct, switch, and suppose that inside the x I define here one value where name name is equal to x dot name, correct, x dot name, and I'm passing here name. Understood? Correct. So we have one data list. Okay, not an issue. And I am using here case, and I am using inside the case Vishal 7. So if case value 7, so in case always, and we can put here like data dot list and break, correct. So here inside the x is equal to x dot name and plus test result, for example look like 7, correct, x, and executed for each iteration variable, correct. So same thing, just I'm adding here x dot name, and we are putting into the like x dot name, correct. So similar in case control C, I'm copy paste and putting here, for example Vishal 6, I'm putting here one message, for example 6 and test. So I'm using here only two case. So for your understanding purpose, I have keep here one variable name, and I'm using a switch case. Inside the switch case, I'm dynamically set here name, and I'm comparing here. I have created here case Vishal, if comes the value Vishal 7, so that times is manipulating the name and add this string into the name and add into here and break. Similar last we have one option default, correct. In case of default, and we will add directly like that. Default case we cannot change anything, so I'm thinking like in default case we will add whatever value we receive from in each loop and print. Okay, just I'm try to run this code and check exact pattern what types of data is presenting here. Okay. Okay, you can see that here Vishal 5 and maybe after Vishal 5, 6 comes here. So after that I have added this text and Vishal 7 I add this text here. Test result 7. So after Vishal 8, Vishal 9. So I have list of data. In this list of data and we have on some case I'm changing some value. I want to manipulating some value. So that case I'm using here switch case. So depend your requirement. So you can your requirement you can use switch case. So I hope you understand. And the practical example of switch case how to implement in your case. So it's a very important for say interview point of view and technical point of view and your understanding point of view. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you think this is a useful information for you, please subscribe channel, like this video. Thank you so much.